simply just the act of sitting and being alive. You sit, you close or open your eyes, you breathe, you shut off your mind, and you just be. It's a celebration for here and now. There's no goal, there's nothing that you need to try to do or accomplish. The act of meditation is an appreciation of the present moment, and then you just participate in the present moment while being aware and still. That's meditation, and that's what it really is. But I think for a very large number of people, including myself, meditation as a tool is extremely valuable. If you can't wrap your head around meditation, what it actually is, and the art of just sitting for the sake of sitting, then using meditation as a tool can walk you down the path and have you actually embrace the concept of meditation, and then eventually you can leave it behind and meditate for the sake of meditating. But until you can do that, you need to actually maybe even think about meditation as something that you do for a specific reason. If I told you that if you meditate, you can do very specific things in order to get present, and then when you get present, you're able to have thoughts and epiphanies about certain things that are going to make you more happy, understand yourself better, and know what direction you want to take your life in, and you're going to have you're going to feel more satisfied with who you are and what you're doing with your life, then of course you want to know more about that. That's what interested me in meditation in the first place. I heard that that's what meditation can provide, and then I started researching it indefinitely so that I could figure out how to go about doing it and how to reap those benefits. That got me started meditating, and I was able to experience a lot of those things, and then I started to really realize what meditation actually was, and then I outgrew using it as a means to an end, and then I started using it simply as the end in and of itself. And I think there's nothing wrong with embracing meditation, at least initially, as a tool, as something that you use to get something, because I think in time you will evolve past that. All right, let's take a second and let's think about who you think you are. If someone says, "Who are you?" then what you're going to answer most likely is your name, what you do for a living, how you feel, and what you've done in the past. Those are most of the things people describe as who they are. Like if someone asked me and I was going to answer in the generic way, I would say I'm Sean Story. I live here in San Diego. I played sports my whole life. I'm a personal trainer and I like to meditate. That's what I would describe as who I am in a normal conversation. Now, while that may be literally true, it's not who you are. It's a sum total of the things you've experienced and the things going on inside of your mind. But it's not who and what you actually are, where you came from, and what you will be when you die are connected to who you actually are. Now, you probably live your life from that place of, like I just said, Sean Story, San Diego, personal trainer, the things you've done and what you think you are. So you're going through your life living from a baseline of mainstream concepts of who you think you are. That mainstream concept of who you think you are, where you're deriving your self-identity from, is coming from external stimulus. Television, Instagram, YouTube, ads, family feedback, friends feedback, people telling you what they think about you. You're taking a sum total of all of those things and then creating a self-identity out of it. And from that self-identity that you're creating from all of those external stimuluses, you're making your decisions, you're deciding what it is you think you want to do for work, who you want to date, where you want to live, and how you want to spend your free time. A lot of what people do in their lives and the decisions they make come from a place that's disconnected from who they actually are. Like I said, you are not actually all of those mainstream concepts and the things that the external stimulus has created inside of your mind. Who you actually are is an abundant expression of love created by and also in unison with the entire universe itself. Energy can never be created or destroyed. You are energy. You come from energy. And then when you die, you will go back to energy. So that's who you literally actually are. Not, your name, your body, your job, your history. So, now follow me. I'm headed somewhere with all of this. If you're living your life and making decisions based on that mainstream external stimulus concept of who you are being told you are, that will be a very easy to grasp way of understanding of why you might be unhappy or why you might be unsatisfied, because you're not doing or not listening to who you actually are and making decisions based on that. You're making decisions based on who those external stimuluses tell you that you are. So there's a disconnect in who you are and the life you're living. Meditation and the you that I'm describing in this video is going to describe that through one concept called the you. The process of meditation is shutting down all of that external stimuli, finding out who you actually are, and then listening to who you actually are in order to make conscious decisions moving forward about what it is you want to do, and in order to find more satisfaction and happiness. Now, let's get directly into the you. There are three sides to the you. This first curve, the point where the two curves meet here in the middle, and then this last curve over here on the right. This first curve, you start off at the top of this curve. You are right here. You're sitting right here on top of this curve, and your intention is to go down and get to this center point here where the two curves meet. Up here on the top of this curve is where you live most of your life, and it's that mainstream stimulus self that I was describing earlier. When you're sitting at the top of this you're seeing ads, you're thinking maybe you should buy some new clothes, you're thinking about what it is you want to consume, because that is where a lot of the external stimulus keeps you inside of your brain at the top of this U. Nothing wrong with that, but let's just acknowledge that that's what I'm trying to describe as at the top of this U. When you sit down to meditate, you're trying to descend down the U, turning off your mind, letting go of all of the ads and the stimulus and the social medias and the societal pressure and what people think of you. You're shutting all that off, descending down the U, letting your mind get quieter and quieter. And when that happens, this point in the middle where the two curves meet is called presence. You're meditating to get rid of all of that stimulus, have a quiet mind, and then be here at presence. Now, this other side of the you is what sometimes happens when you're sitting at presence and thoughts pop into your head and you have epiphanies, realizations. This half of the you is magic. That's all like the magical stuff people talk about meditation giving and bringing. When you're sitting at presence and you have the idea, maybe I'd like to move to San Diego, or maybe I don't really like my job, I would rather get into photography. That's a thought that comes out of presence, and you're moving up this other half of the you into who you actually are, what it is your soul actually wants from this lifetime. You have a finite amount of years, and in my belief, you have goals that you set out to achieve before you came here to Earth. And when you get present and you shut off your mind and you shut off all the worldly noise, get present and then listen to yourself, you're going to have ideas on this half of the you that tell you what it is you're supposed to be doing, what it is you would derive the most joy from, and make you the happiest while you're here in this lifetime on Earth. That's the you. It's a big uppercase U, And it's those 3 sections. And that, in my opinion, completely describes meditation as a tool. You will eventually evolve past using meditation as a tool and simply do meditation because you just enjoy being where you are, and you breathe, and you're just happy, and you just sit, and you don't think, and you just be alive. But for now, we're going to actually take meditation, put it in your tool belt, teach you all of the concepts that meditation is and what it can bring, how to go about it, and then in time you will be able to evolve past that. But for now, humor me and let us use meditation as a tool with the you. That is this video, and I hope you have a more grounding framework to understand what it is we're trying to do, and I will see you in the next video.